Yo, what's up, y'all? What's going on? What's up, y'all? Yo, so I wanted to go live today, and I know I just did a show on what was that, Tuesday, but over the last couple of days, I've gotten a lot of questions. You know, and for those of you who don't know, I did a special on homosexuality in hip hop, the 10-year anniversary of it. I talked about a lot of people in Hollywood. I talked about a lot of people in the entertainment industry, different things, how they got to where they are. And that was a great show. So check it out. It'll actually be on DaDonTolbertShow.com later on today. Right now it's on my Facebook page. It's over in the Friends of the Dadon Tolbert Show group. You can check it out there. But, you know, that was like a 2-hour show. I really went in detail. I talked about what the Bible says about a lot of things regarding homosexuality. But today, like I said, I got a lot of people hitting me up like, yo, can you focus a little bit more on the Shannon Sharpe situation? What are your thoughts on what he's going through now? And this is not going to be, I just wanted to go live real quick. Shannon Sharpe is a clown. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell y'all something. What is extremely disturbing is that we're seeing so many people, specifically black men, defending him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, at what point in society, at what point as a man, and I'll talk about the women too, but just as a man, is threatening physical harm to a woman okay? What, like, I've been married, I've dealt with women my whole life. I've never joked about choking the shit out of somebody. There's never been a point where I said, if you say this, I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you. What kind of man says that? Is that game? Well, if y'all heard the show on Tuesday, you already know Shannon Sharpe is not a heterosexual man. He's not a real man. That shit, I've been saying that for a couple of years now. Y'all know that. Listen to the show and I explain why I say that. But like that, he is an abuser. But let's talk about it. Let's break it down for everybody who may not know about it or may not have heard me talk about it. Shannon Sharpe on ESPN, you know, Club Shay Shay, you know, podcasts and all this stuff. He has this young woman that he's been dealing with. She says he was in an exclusive relationship with her. And when he supposedly had the sex tape leaked online by accident, that she saw that, and that's why she broke things off, and they went their separate ways, and then they've been kind of communicating back and forth, and that's where some of these threats came in and things like that. But this was someone he was dealing with for about a year or so, according to both of them. And so what we're seeing now is a lawsuit or allegations of him raping her, sexually assault, regular assault, like beating her, battery. These are things that he's being accused of. Now, what I'm hearing online is people are saying, well, you know, it's a shakedown. This is what he's saying. It's a shakedown. She's trying to extort him for money. She's a gold digger. She's on Instagram. OnlyFans. You know, this is what she does. She just wants money. They said that he was going to settle. It was an opportunity for them to settle. She didn't want to take the $10 million. And my thing is, like, nowhere. First of all, you're 55, 54? You're 50 years old. You started dealing with this young girl when she was 19. You know, and I've talked about Diddy, and we've talked about this whole culture of pedophilia and inappropriate sexual behavior with all these guys. We've talked a lot about that. But at what point do we say, what is a 50-year-old man doing, first of all, dealing with a young woman that's 19, 20? Like, come on, man. Like, that's crazy. If I was single, then y'all, and I'm 47, and y'all saw me running around with an 18, 19-year-old, y'all would look at me like I'm crazy. But it's like we give these celebrities a pass because they're celebrities. Because he's Shannon Sharpe, that's okay. Diddy running around with whoever in 19, Young Miami and all this other stuff. Women that are young enough to be their daughters, we give them passes because they're celebrities. And like I said, man, check out the show I just did on Tuesday. I went more deep into it. Why we give those passes. Why this stuff is okay in the public's eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's an agenda. An evil agenda at that. But Shannon Sharpe, though, guys, so there's a video. And people are saying, well, let's wait till the evidence comes out. And normally, and I've been the one to say that about a lot of things. Like, I'm not going to jump to conclusions. I want to see the evidence. Y'all have heard me talk about things for 20 years from a legal perspective. You know what I mean? But see, this is not that. There's no case. This is not a criminal matter yet. This is a situation where we heard clear video of Shannon Sharpe making a threat to a woman, a young woman at that. If y'all didn't hear the video or the audio, she says, well, don't manipulate me. Don't manipulate me. He says, if you say that again, I'm going to choke this shit out of you when I see you. If you say that again, now people heard that. And they're like, oh, well, maybe maybe the video was altered. Maybe, it was chopped up to make it look like she really likes being choked. And then people go to these, well, she texted him, I want this and I want that. And, I want you to pay $25,000 per ass cheek and this. But that is not, okay, she's a freak. Okay, she's probably a prostitute. She's probably all these things that we think she is. She probably is. Video vixen, IG, OnlyFans model, all that stuff. We know how they make their money. I get that. But when you threaten somebody, that now puts the culpability on you. There is no manipulation of a threat. I haven't heard nobody say that video is not what we thought it was. The audio is clear as day. And so you can't say, she even says, well, I don't want to be choked. He's like, well, you might not have a choice in the matter. That is abuse. Let me tell you something. That is not only abuse, but that is a clear sign of a history of abuse. Shannon Sharpe has choked the shit out of somebody before. Y'all know that, right? That's not the first time he didn't wait 50 years to meet a 19-year-old and all of a sudden start choking women. I'm trying to tell you, that's not the first time. And if you listen to Tuesday's show, go back and listen to it. I talk about what these celebrities are really into behind closed doors. How they protect these celebrities. There's a reason why every time this stuff hits the fan, it's like from back in the day, and all this stuff from back in the day starts coming out and coming out and coming out. It's like, whoa, all these people, there's a reason for that. It's because they've been protected. When you reach a certain level of fame, or they decide you're going to be a celebrity, they decide to protect you because they're protecting their investment. They're making money from Shannon Sharpe. So they don't want to see Jay-Z get put in jail. They don't want to see Shannon put in jail. They don't want to see Diddy put in jail until they don't want to see Drake put in jail. They don't want to see LeBron James put in jail until they're no longer able to make the money from them. Until they're no longer beneficial. R. Kelly in jail. Harvey Weinstein in jail. There's Bill Cosby in jail. Where as long as you are profitable, they will protect you. Well, as long as you're profitable and you play your role, they'll protect you. But once you become a liability, once you go outside of the game plan and you start doing other stuff and it becomes obvious you can't be protected anymore, then that's when all bets are off. But Shannon Sharpe for a long time was protected, just like the rest of these guys. So all I'm trying to tell y'all is, He's not someone at this stage, and y'all know me, I don't even go live to talk about stuff at this stage normally. I waited to Diddy, we had more information. I waited to do the show on Jay-Z. I waited. If y'all heard those shows, y'all know I wait until the evidence comes out. But I already heard the evidence. When I hear a black man saying, I'm going to choke the shit out of you, that's all the evidence I need to make my conclusion. You're a clown. You know what I mean? You're an abuser. My wife and I joke around right now. We joke around. I say things that most people, if they heard me say to her, they might think I was serious. She says things to me in a joking way that people might be like, oh, dang, but she's joking. I'm joking with her. We have inside jokes. But there's no inside joke about someone saying, I don't want to be choked. I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you. You might not have a choice. I'm just going to imagine a big black man chokes out a white woman. That's not a joke. I'm just trying to tell anyone who thinks that's a joke is crazy. If you think they were joking, or you think that was somehow edited, or you think whatever you think to defend this man because he's the cool kid right now, it's like the media literally brainwashes people into thinking they have to protect these celebrities because they're cool. The media determines who's cool. You know what I'm saying? I talked about it on the Tuesday show. Back in the day, the Bible determined who was cool. The Bible, Christianity determined who was cool and what was not cool. Now we rely on TMZ to tell you who's cool. We rely on social media and Instagram to tell you who's cool. Right now, Shannon Sharpe is cool. Why? Because he goes viral? See, right now, I'm not cool. I'm not the cool kid. Because I'm going against the masses. I'm going against the grain. I'm telling you, Jesus Christ is cool. Somebody like Shannon Sharpe, a closet homosexual, a wife beater, a woman beater, that's not cool. But when you post that on social media, it's like, oh, no, you're not cool because you're talking about Shannon Sharpe. Why are you hating on the black man? Now, let me tell y'all this. If you reverse this right now, and Shannon Sharpe is a white man threatening to choke the shit out of a black woman, I guarantee you the narrative would be totally different. You know it and I know it. If Shannon Sharpe is a white man and you see a young black woman, a 18, 19, 20-year-old black woman, don't manipulate me. Don't manipulate me. He's like, if you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you. If that's a white man saying that to a young black girl, there is not a person on social media that would be defending him. You know it and I know it. Nobody would be talking about, let's wait for the evidence to come out. Let's hear if the video is altered. Let's see this, let's see it. No, we wouldn't want to see nothing. We would be calling for him to be fired. He would be fired, or we would want him to be fired if that was a white man, right? But because she's a white girl, I don't know if she's Hispanic or not. Was it Gabby Zuniga? I mean, y'all, if she's white, it's a black man being defended by black people because the girl was white. But let that have been a young black girl. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. So the point of this video is not even to talk about the case. It's really to chastise y'all. It's to chastise y'all for defending this dude, Shannon Sharpe, who is a clown. I don't forget everything else. Forget everything. You're threatening to choke somebody. Now, we can wait on the evidence for the actual rape. If there's a video, I heard there's a video. Let's see the video. We can wait on that. But we don't have to wait for the audio. We already heard the audio. We already heard it. He said, I'm going to choke the shit out of you. That's enough. That is enough for him to be canceled. We cancel everybody else for anything and everything. If a black man threatening to choke a woman out is not enough to be canceled, I don't know what is. He was not joking. You know what I'm saying? He was not. Now, here's the last question I'm going to ask you. I had a couple minutes today. I couldn't wait to get down to the basement, so I had to go live from my car. But let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think he should be fired from ESPN? Because again, they protect you. I told you on Tuesday. They protected Charlemagne. They protected DJ Envy. They're protecting DJ Academics. Oh, look at all. I mean, I went through the whole list. They protect who they want to protect. But ESPN is protecting Shannon. Oh, we're investigating. Investigating what? What do you? I mean, you already saw the tape. I guarantee you, ESPN already saw the tape. They already have the tape. You know what I'm saying? They already saw it. So whatever it is, they already saw it. The audio that's out there, they already saw it. The text messages, they already saw it. Anything that we've seen, trust and believe ESPN and all those guys have already seen it. So what are they investigating? It's nothing to investigate. Now, she's suing him for $50 million. She turned down $10 million. Because she obviously has some information to make her believe she's going to get more than $10 million. Now she said that he raped her anally. He raped her up the ass. Shannon Sharpe is saying it was consensual. Yo, this is a freaky ass nigga. You know, this Shannon Sharpe is a freaky dude. You know what I mean? He already released a sex tape of him having sex with somebody else, and now he's going through this. And come on, man. At what point do we look like come on, bro? It's people. I used to be in banking back in the day. It's people walked out of the bank for a 2 cent difference on their cash register. They were fired for 2 cents. But this dude, Shannon Sharpe, still has his job. And you know what I'm saying? And he's threatening to choke the shit out of women. Come on, man. Like I said, but I'll come back on later on, and as I'm sure the tape will come out in the next couple of days, and we'll see more information. But I just couldn't go about my day without getting this off of my chest. And I'm talking to black men right now. I'm just talking to black men. Imagine if Gabrielle Zuniga was your daughter, your sister. My daughter's 13. 13 is not that far off from 19. And if a guy, anybody, makes any type of threat, let alone physical, I'm going to choke this shit, but any threat, y'all going to see me crash out. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. So I'm asking black men to put yourself in the shoes of Gabby's loved ones. Is she a hoe? Yeah, probably so. Yeah, does she have sex for men? Okay, I'm sure she does. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, as men, we should not condone that. As black men, we should not condone that. The Million Man, were any of y'all at the Million Man March? Did anybody go? Does anybody even remember what the point of that was? But I'm gonna just take y'all back a little bit. The Million Man March, the point of it was not a political march, but the point of the Million Man March was for black men to hold black men accountable for being better men, better fathers, better husbands, better brothers, mentors, doing things that we know we should be doing. That's what it was for. It was a call to action. And what I'm seeing right now on social media is the opposite of that. We are seeing black men defending Shannon Sharpe. We will crucify Donald Trump. We will bash Trump and everybody else politically. When it comes to politics, we are very critical when it comes to people we don't support politically. But those same black men, I want y'all to keep that same energy when you have a black man threatening to choke the shit out of a woman. Women beaters were never cool, guys. That was never cool to do. You know what I mean? That's never been part of the game. If you had game, if you pulled chicks, okay, cool. We didn't beat up women. I got a lot of women back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But guess what I didn't do? I never, beat them. I never threatened them. That wasn't anything I felt like I ever had to do. When you're a real man, you don't have to do that. But as I said earlier, Shannon Sharpe is not a real man. He's a gay man. And I promise you that will come out over the next months, years, just watch, just bookmark this little video and you be, oh snap. Yeah, oh damn, now it's a guy coming out. Oh, now how we look at Dwight Howard? It's like, okay, he's a gay, okay, like that's how we're gonna be looking at Shannon Sharpe very soon. I promise you. Y'all have never known me to say anything that's wrong, or any prediction I've made has never not come to pass. Y'all know that. So just wait and see. But for right now, cancel this clown.